Make a noise there.
Hi, everybody. Hello.
Everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day to you all. How's everybody doing? I think I saw Jason here. Hi, Jason, Cappy's mom. And I don't know if Ona's here. Wasn't quite looking because I'm on the StreamYard and the comments kind of
Ona
suck.
had the cutest video with Gibmeister, as I call him.
Oh,
for Valentine's.
He's adorable. I love that dog. Oh, so we hope everybody's doing good. Like I said, happy Valentine's Day. And do you guys have any other opening comments?
Let's see. Next week is our live fundraiser, right? Not
4
this
days.
week,
So it's this week.
Oh, it's this week. Hello. It is the 14th. Hello, this week in 4 days. Thank you, Mara.
Thank you, Mara. So yeah, the fundraiser will be on Johnny's channel. Oh, Karen's here. Hi, Karen. I think. Is Karen in here? Because the StreamYard comments are just horrible.
If you guys did not see Becca's live with Karen on Friday night, you must go check that out later because it was fascinating and awesome.
Yes, and we would love to have Karen on with us. Again, I think I'm going to be exchanging contact info with the group here and Karen. So if Jenny and Johnny would like to do readings with her. There's Ian. Hi, Ian. I hadn't seen you in a while. I was wondering if you were okay.
Johnny, the charity fundraiser starts at 9 Eastern, 8 Central, right?
8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central.
8 Eastern, 7 Central.
Mm-hmm.
That's on Thursday night.
Yes. And it'll be a regular live stream, so it'll be just the 2 hours we usually do, and then we'll be done.
Hi, Peggy. Peggy Breen's here. Hello.
Hi, Peggy.
Hi, Peggy. I'm still wearing that shirt, the sweatshirt, and everybody gets a good laugh after I wear it. Today I'm wearing a Valentine's shirt. It says love on it. So that's how I'm rolling with Valentine's. But so anyways, I think we've had enough chit chat. Been talking for 2 minutes and 40. Hi, T-Barb. So let's start off with some readings. I know a lot of people were asking, is he going to face any charges for inciting an insurrection? So do you guys want to start there?
Yeah, will he get some federal charges? Because now we've got McConnell on record saying he's guilty.
Mm-hmm. But I can't with that guy. He talks out of both sides of his mouth and his butt all at the same time. So
I kept getting that people would not show up to vote. So we may have to take a look at that, like what happened behind the scenes.
Okay.
With the negotiations. Why didn't they allow the witnesses? Why didn't they go since they won the vote?
Yeah.
So come on, will he have any federal charges for inciting a riot? Jace is in the house.
Hi, Jace. Hi, Esco.
Yes, so, Stephen, you're right. Somebody has to go to jail. Like, enough of this.
I can't.
Ooh, judgment card on the bottom.
That incense looks really cool. Johnny is just like.
In putting him in a fog.
I love it. So what are you guys getting?
I get someone will proclaim his innocence. I get the Page of Wands and the Six of Cups. Like there will be, he will, I guess, get away with this. As bad as the taste that leaves. However, there is a weakening of him here with the Nine of Wands, Three of Swords, and Five of Pentacles. There is a plan that is formulating, Ace of Wands, Seven of Wands, that he will have to defend against from a Queen of Cups, but I don't see any charges.
I'm not seeing charges for that. I'm getting, it's kind of weird. I've got the Judgment card on the bottom. I'm getting Biden, his challenge is to change, what has happened here with the acquittal, and that he's looking to a smoother transition. There is an action that's taken, but I don't feel like this is a legal action. I feel like it's more of an investigation across the aisles with everybody. So maybe not even just Trump, all the ones that, the big lie, that were involved in the big lie and the premeditation, like anyone involved in the planning of this insurrection. I get he's put in defense mode, but I'm getting it starts out more as an investigation. I'm not getting my court cards. He gets burdened by it, by the investigation. But I'm not, it's a battle in the media, but I'm not getting court cards.
I get the sense that they're not going for the charges. They're going for the power. So they're trying to manipulate his strength somehow to make him weaker, maybe keep him from running or whatever the case may be. But I think that's the part they're going for now.
Mm.
Yeah,
like doing the 14th Amendment thing.
I get with, oh, hi, Ona. I get with the Lennies that he runs away. He gets away. And writer. That they've already achieved what needs to be achieved, and he gets away with it. So I don't know, girl. I don't know. So here's another one. Will there be civil lawsuits against him? Civil, for inciting the insurrection, kind of like what happened with what was his name in the white Bronco in LA where everybody was chasing? What was that guy's name?
O.J. Simpson.
O.J. Simpson, where he got acquitted in court, but then there were all the civil lawsuits against him. See what I'm saying? So
all these police officers with injuries and stuff.
Their families,
Ooh, justice card on the bottom for that.
I get yes here with the Sun is the first card. Then I get Justice and the Empress. So there will be some new suits, birth of new things here with the Empress card. And the Four of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. One of them may even come from an agency of some sort, so maybe even governmental. So I know the, oh God, her name is Fanny something in Georgia. She is opening a suit or an investigation into the phone call of
Willis
stuff.
mm-hmm.
So there's something coming from that, and there's also some civil suits here, like smaller courts. So yes.
Yeah, I get big time with that justice on the bottom, like looking for payouts. It's going to cause Trump a lot of anxiety for all his sneaky behavior. I get it's over like some death and injuries. And It's going to take a little while though, waiting and watching, because I feel like they're looking at all the investigations, like who worked with who. There's an abundance of information they've got to get together. So I get the temperance card, like it'll take a while, but they're going to win some of these lawsuits. Judgment. They're going to win the judgments on these. I think he's even going to have some lawsuits from some of his like peanut butter boys and stuff, like-minded people.
Like, hey, you told us to do this. Now we're in jail and you ditched us. So now
they were lied to.
Mm-hmm.
They were manipulated and lied to.
Mm-hmm. I get, yes, but they're going to have to really sit down and look at all of the details, because it's going to be a bit of a challenge, because of the many directions this thing can take. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's going to be a project, but yes, it's going to be a project, but they need to take their time to look at all of the details. Thank you, Joanne. Happy Valentine's Day to you too. Thank you. Okay, so here's another one. Did the GOP senators that voted to acquit, or any of them at all, did they receive death threats to not convict?
You know what my problem is?
What's that, Johnny?
I'm going to get it myself. Mitch McConnell rallied the troops to take away health care, but could not rally the troops to convict a person who everybody knows is guilty.
When they were all sitting there huddled in their offices waiting to be slaughtered, and McCarthy's on the phone having a fight with him because he's over there like, well, this is what you get when you don't do the right thing. You know, like a total mob boss. I can't.
I really can't. What was the question again?
Did anyone get death threats to vote to acquit?
Mm-hmm.
I get yes.
I only pulled one card. I got stars. That's a yes.
The Ace of Wands is my card for weapons and force. Then there's Judgment, Clouded Judgment, I should add. Because here we have the Five of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. Some of the threats, or some of the veiled threats, came from their own side, from their own people, from other Republicans. So yeah, I get it. Yes.
Yeah, I get it. Like it actually came from like Trump though, to burden them, from the thief and to create anxiety. So, they had to offer up the loving cup. But it was from friends and trying to block them from convicting him here. It came from other Republicans talking to them and threatening action.
Just on principle, like maybe I wasn't raised in the streets or nothing like that, although my first apartment was deep in the hood. I just think to myself, you got one time to threaten me. We ain't got to go outside. We're going to do this right here. I'm going to pick up at least 3 of these chairs and smack you upside the head with it and say you failed. Like, I don't understand how you can just get away with threatening me and then I don't say nothing, at least.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Gary. Yeah, I don't get it, because now you're just, I don't know. It's kind of like by bowing down to it, you're kind of saying this is okay, But to change the subject, here's a funny one that I just thought of, Jen. Jenny had sent me a picture from Twitter from I Eat Paste, bragging about how his dad is 2-0 right now. Like, and everybody was on the impeachment. Like, he's been impeached twice and acquitted and convicted 0 times, like, you know, like he's keeping score.
He's
And he's
acquitted.
Yeah,
but everybody's like, but he's impeached twice, and Obama's 0 for 0.
Yeah. So, stupid I Eat Paste. So, does I Eat Paste really understand how bad it is to be impeached twice? Like, does he not get it? Like, yeah, we were impeached twice, but we were acquitted twice. Like dude, that's not a medal. You know what I mean?
The Senate Republicans tweeted out like a couple hours after the acquittal, what a waste of time to move on. And it's like a waste of time. There were police officers that died and were maimed and everything else.
Yeah.
That was a waste of time. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I Eat Paste. Does he get it? Because the GOP doesn't.
He does not. 4 swords in the star. Something is in front of his face, but he does not see it with the star. The Lovers in the Hermit, because he is wandering through the dark. He is just as... Keep in mind, yes, he is Eric Trump, a whole separate person, but he is still the son of Donald Trump. The apple does not far from the bush. It's got about that far to fall. It is still as stupid as the bush it came from. Not even the tree. It ain't got that tall because it don't know how to grow. It ain't fall far. I eat paste because Donald ate glue. That's why. I'm through.
He does not get it. He thinks he's being strong. And he's doing this for daddy, you know, trying to stand in his own power to seek, you know, pleasure from his dad. The challenge is, you know, his dad's a liar and a thief here. He's a little confused. He does not get it. He plans out his tweets and then he's put in defense mode. And he just thinks that's his job. Like, I'm supposed to tweet because daddy doesn't have access to Twitter. So he's trying to smooth things over, but he ends up getting burdened and not liking what he gets. He's like, he's not getting the response he wanted.
He's so freaking stupid. I get the sun in the tower. He sees this, he really doesn't get it. Like, look at us. We're so successful in court. Like, it's a win. Yeah. It's like, no, dumbass. Like, the point was to be impeached 0 times.
At least when Bill Clinton did it, he had fun at the time.
You know?
So basically what the Republicans said yesterday in their acquittal is that if Bill Clinton had gotten his blowjob, excuse me for entertainment purposes, only YouTube, in January in his final month of office, they would have been okay with that.
Yeah. Wow, you want to.
Yep. So here's a question. I think, well, I'm going to have to break it up. Will Graham, Cruz, and McConnell be held accountable for their actions? Well, we all know that Graham and Cruz and another guy, Mike Lee, was giving Trump's lawyers pointers the day before. And McConnell, because McConnell kind of, he's such a snake, dude. He delayed the House from delivering the papers just to give Trump this much leeway to sneak out the crack and then turn around and say, nope, we don't have jurisdiction. He's out of office. Yeah. You know? So will Graham, thank you, Suzanne. Will Graham, Cruz, McConnell, and I'm going to add Mike Lee in there too because he's a little weasel.
Because Graham's being investigated down in Georgia too, along with Trump. So we'll look at that separate.
Yes.
I'm going to ask over the impeachment. Will they have any consequences?
I don't understand. What is that thing that I'm missing where you can witness something like what happened at the Capitol and not care?
I don't get it, John. I don't
almost got your vice president killed.
They were looking for him.
Mm-hmm.
And the third in line. And
Kevin McCarthy screaming at Trump on the phone, and they have a woman that witnessed it and everything. And yet, what's he do a week after the insurrection? He goes to Mar-a-Lago to play patty cakes with Trump.
I don't get it. You know what was interesting? I was reading an article. I was reading about a study the other day of, oh goodness, I saved it to I'm on Chrome. I'm not on my Safari. There was a study about putting people in a room and giving other people like a little lever thing. And you're supposed to shock the people in the other room because the person of authority in that room is telling you to shock them, knowing that you could potentially kill them. Well, the people in the other room aren't being shocked, really. They're just making the noises as if they had been shocked. And they kept doing it. So it's like this, I need to go find that term for it and tell you about it. But it's like, it's the same thing. Like you almost got killed.
If you don't see it yourself, it's okay to just keep shocking everybody.
Yeah. But the difference is you were there. You were there.
Not just there, it happened to you.
Yeah.
They weren't looking for me.
He did not care if one of his goons killed one of them. He did not care.
No, on the phone he was like, well, this is what happens when they care more about the elections than you. Like WTF, man. Like, I don't get it, man. It's like body snatchers. I don't get it.
Thank you, Lenny Marie. Johnny, I feel like I can smell your incense. Literally, I feel like I can smell it.
It's lovely. I have to sit back though when I talk because I get a mouthful of smoke and almost got
perfume smoke.
So there's the Chariot and the Temperance. There is something moving forward. There's going to be a small committee, maybe like the Gang of 8 or the Freshmen or whoever. There's a small committee here that is determined to get somebody. Here with the Ace of Swords, there's some victory. The 10 of Wands is the really arduous, laborious, uphill battle type process, but they are determined because what they just witnessed was basically the other side being not interested in governance. Like I said, they just, anyway, I'm not going through that because it's going to start a thing. But yes, there are 4 people possibly here that are going to be investigated. There's one man here who either may be in charge of the investigation or has some sort of say-so or sign off something here too. So they may be sending this to the DOJ or maybe sending this to individual places, but yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I get they're going to investigate 4, but I feel like there's going to be 3 that face consequences because I've got 3 twice here. They're definitely an investigation on these, lynchmen for Trump. They're looking to cut them entirely or at least block them somehow and censor them because they contributed to the imbalance. And they know that America is watching, but I feel like there's somebody that they force out, or 3 of them that they force out. This is going to take a while, as Johnny said, and it's going to go through some changes here in the investigation, but time's up. The investigation will be completed.
I get that there's going to be an investigation into criminality for stealing. It'll be classified. We may not hear much about it. It's behind closed doors. It's private. It's classified. One may result in being cut out here, which I did this one. This one was Lindsey Graham. This one was Ted Cruz, the Fox. This one was Mitch McConnell. And then this one was for Mike Lee. Together that says, yes, it's going to be kept private and they're going to be investigating thievery, quite possibly with someone being cut out, which leads me to the next question about Lindsey Graham being investigated in Georgia. Because if anything, there's more evidence on him.
Yeah, he's on tape, I think.
Is he on tape? I thought that the Secretary of State decided to take Trump after the phone call from Lindsey.
He called other
states
also, so there's more to come on Lindsey, I think.
So what is the question?
We saw that.
Bonnie Willis
Ago.
is started the criminal investigation, so she's going to indict Lindsay, and then let's look and see if she'll indict Trump.
Connie Willis. Where's Connie Willis? Is she
Fani, Fani, Fani.
She's the DA in Georgia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fani Willis.
Connie Willis in Georgia. Are you going to investigate Lindsey Graham?
She was on Rachel Friday night, and man, she sounded sharp. She's the only one that Trump did not call or involve. She's the only one that can do it. Thank you, Mar.
As far as I need to go, she's going to investigate him. Now I need to find out what the outcome is.
He's already putting together the grand jury and everything, getting that organized. Oh, he's in big trouble. There's money involved. He's about to get strung up on his heels.
Good.
Whenever I get the hangman card, I have to look like, are they looking from a different perspective? Is it a delay? No, it's strung up by his heels. She's looking at, I think, 4 people. And a lot of stuff that was done in secret. I think they'll end up being 3 that are in big trouble for the working together on this treachery. Here's her investigation. The investigation, something changes because they see something about gifts of money or bribes. I'm going to say bribes, like to, oh, look, we'll give you this money. That's going to kind of come as a surprise in the investigation. But I get, justice and the lawyers and, yeah, Lindsay, your time is up. What do y'all get?
What do you get, Johnny?
Well, I actually just got a bunch of people, which is interesting when you said 4 people, because that's what I got. And I don't it didn't give me the case or anything like that. It just gave me a whole slew of people. I even got the 4 Pentacles first. So there is a group involved. King of Swords, that might be Donald Trump. Queen of Swords, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. So we got some financiers possibly here. And then we have, and mind you, 2 Swords, 2 Pentacles. These are little groups of people. So these are people who had the same agenda. And then Knight of Wands and the Hierophant. So yes, she is moving forward with her. And might I add, it has been mentioned 2 times. His lawyer said he's a private citizen. Mitch McConnell said he's a private citizen. So I don't want to hear nothing about this garbage of sitting presidents and ex-presidents and presidents. Everybody on his side said he's a private citizen. Go after him and get him, and all of them. But I was focusing on Trump. Go get him. But yes, Lindsay and at least 3 other people are going to get caught up in this too.
This reminds me of that article that you had sent me, where was it Newsweek or something, where you had sent me that article from that they were reporting that Trump did make a payment to somebody in Georgia to overturn. So that's already on record. It's already been reported.
Arizona, I think it was.
It was Arizona. So watch him get busted in Arizona too. So if he did that in Arizona, I guarantee you there was that same pay for play in Georgia and everywhere else.
I think what Arizona right now is trying to overturn their electorate votes or trying to change their voting system or whatever.
Yep. So I get letter, woman, house, man. Here's Lindsey Graham. He's going to be going to court to have to speak about the little phone call that he made here with the birds. that he was quite passionate about, that he was very asking for generosity, asking for a favor. Okay, so he's gonna end up in court, and he may have to speak about the meeting here. And then that woman's right behind him, so she's going after him.
I'm gonna look and see is she gonna indict Trump?
Can I say this too? To all those of voting age or who will be voting age by the midterms. No, it's not a presidential election, but this is just as important. Think about if they had to cheat first of all for it to be 50-50, but still, think about what we did in Georgia, how we at least got the 50-50. They wouldn't be trying to take away your right to vote if it was not important.
Yep.
Amen, 1965 was the Voting Rights Act.
Mm-hmm.
We are in year 2021, and they are still trying to take it from you. Mm-hmm. All these years later, it is that important.
Yep. And just think of the last 4 years of Trump. Do we want to go back to a government that it's already non-functional? Do you want to give power back to the Republicans so that they can make it even worse for Biden to do anything and hamstring him? It's important. It's too important.
Like Democrats can't keep trying to save the world. You have to keep with the progress.
Mm-hmm.
This is the person who tanked the economy and locked up people's kids.
And killed 450-something thousand before he left office. So
in a few months.
You know, if Trump goes to jail for anything, it's going to be this Georgia meddling. I swear to God, he's got a big fight on his hands with Georgia. I think he contacted like 8 people. There's communication, so I don't know how many of them are on tape, but there's payouts. Got the tower card here sitting on him. There will be an action taken against him for trying to change votes. Knock, knock, you get a subpoena. This goes to court. He's looking at jail time. He is going to be severely burdened by this anxiety and having to defend himself. So I think he's looking at some serious jail time down there. That's a federal crime.
I get the devil, naturally. Well done. The horned one, as he's called in this deck. And he is accompanied by the 3 of Cups. So this is Trump and a few people that may be called to the carpet, as they say. Those people, or whoever's on his side here with the Lover's card and the 6 of Cups, are still trying to proclaim his innocence. They are going to try to stop her from indicting him or serving him or even mentioning his name in justice in the same sentence. However, she is working with some man here. He keeps coming up for me in this thing. I don't know if he's Merrick or if he is somebody on the ground in Georgia that could speed things along, because I get the Chariot. So there is progress. So this is not something they can stop, but it is something they're going to try to stop, because naturally he didn't want to go back to court. So his lawyers are going to say it's unconstitutional because that's their only defense. They're going to also try to proclaim his innocence, that he didn't really do anything. He just made a simple phone call or whatever the case may be. Or maybe that wasn't even him. Who knows what they're going to pull out there behind. But he is going to be forced here with the 5 of Swords. He's going to sort of be backed into a corner. There's nothing he can really do about this one, as this is how it starts anyway.
I get Fish, Woman, Mountain, and then I got Fox, Mice, and Key. So there's an independent woman, which is probably the DA over there. She's going to face a block. There's going to be a block or an obstacle to her moving forward. But she gets around it and she continues with her investigation, and it reveals, or it unlocks, the fraud and thievery that this was like trying to be sneaky, and this was to steal it. And then here. And there could also be something here in regards to payments that may have been made too, with the mirrors of the Fish and the Key transactions. But she's gonna face a delay or some sort of a blockage. That's what I'm getting. But she goes on crap.
Because she didn't have any cases pending for February, so she had already turned down getting a grand jury for February. But I think she's trying to pull it together for like the first week of March to start presenting all the evidence in March to a grand jury.
Who's the mathematical wizard that told him he only needed 11,000 votes? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, they counted up exactly to the vote how many he needed to win.
But add one. Remember, he needed 7,000 something. I think it was like 7,000.
801 or whatever it was.
801, and then he asked for one more.
11,781 or something like that. I forget what it was.
But
he didn't do the math because that dumbass.
He ain't good at life. He's just what a maroon.
What a bad human being. He's a stable genius, Johnny. He's a stable genius.
So here's the sad thing, though. You can still run for president even if you have a federal crime. So I want like even if they get him on a federal crime, and since Mitch said he was guilty, are they going to do something with that 14th Amendment to block him from running for president again?
Isn't that incredible?
That just takes a resolution in Congress.
Isn't that incredible? I keep going back to the woman. I believe she's in Georgia or she may be in Alabama. I forget exactly what state. The black woman that went to jail, and then when she got out, she tried to vote. They threw her ass back in jail. Huh?
That was in Texas, I think.
They threw her ass back in jail for voting with a felony record. Yeah, you can have a felony record, you can't vote, but you can still hold the highest office in the land.
Yeah.
How in the hell does that make any sense? I don't get it.
You can cheat on your taxes, everything, anything you want to do.
Yep.
Start a riot.
Yep. Try to insurrect overthrow the government. It's cool.
But they can 14th Amendment his butt and stop him from running through a resolution. And it takes a simple majority. They don't even need the Republicans. So, if they want to still look like they're loyal, they could just let the Dems pass it.
This was so stupid.
They're going to try to make it plain.
To bear arms shall not be infringed. Well-regulated militia, blah, blah, blah. In case your government tries to seize you or occupy you. All you Second Amendment people just missed your chance. Somebody just tried to overthrow your government. You did nothing about it.
Yeah, and they were in favor of overthrowing the government. You can't make it up.
Okay.
I can't. It's like this was your chance to stop a tyrannical government, and you went and helped the tyrannical government.
Oh, Lord, have all of the mercies.
Well, you guys don't want me running for president. You really don't. You really don't.
Mm.
Because that would be bad. What, Johnny?
I'm just thinking of your press conferences. That's all. The censor person had to stand with it, sit with it in his hand. Beep, 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 beep. But that wasn't the curse word. I was just making sure. I just, they would be so entertaining, though.
Oh, God.
14th Amendment didn't tell me nothing about 14th Amendment, actually.
Mine didn't either.
but there's something coming that he don't want. 4 of Cups, 7 of Wands. He's trying to push it away. Maybe this is the Georgia thing, but this is a new character here that is bringing something. It's a bit of a vendetta too. This is something they wish to happen with the 9 of Cups. So it's kind of like, okay, you got away with attacking your own country, but we're going to get you on something. If it's nothing but littering, we're going to get you on something. So somebody's got a bit of a agenda going on there. They are investigating his money too, here with the Knight of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. Again, money he claims he lost and money that's coming in. But this is the trickle in money. So this is payments from somewhere. So this might be dividends from overseas accounts or whatever the case may be. And then there is some isolation here as well. His name has been redacted off of something, and they're taking that and building a case around it of some sort. That's what I'm getting though.
Well, remember, Mueller did say when he testified, you can indict a president after he's out of office.
Yeah.
I get they're trying to knock him down to size some way, but there's something about gifts of money that changes the investigation, and it's regarding Trump and his trying to stay in power. So I get the same thing, like he gets something he doesn't want and victory on that, but I don't know what it is. I'm gonna have to ask, what is this? It's like they're afraid they don't have enough votes to get him on the 14th Amendment because he's got too many emissaries, and then we've got a loose cannon, in the dim side.
Mm-hmm.
There's something coming out about money news though, so it's trying to tell us something about money, isn't it, Johnny?
Mm-hmm.
What do you get, Becca?
Scythe, Clover, and Bear. There's something that happens very, very, very suddenly that cuts him off from opportunities for finance. His assets.
Oh, I wonder if they're going to investigate his campaign funds and lawyer funds and stuff. And let's look at that.
I'm going to put this one out because I was just reading on it on the Grand Tableau yesterday.
Yeah, because like looking into his campaign funds.
Campaigns or organizations that there's anything around him where there's a large body of people, but he's taking out of it. He's stealing.
Yeah, like the money he was raising for his legal fees and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he was paying bribes off and stuff.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to set this one out and see what you guys got.
Okay. Ooh, tower on this.
I'm still thinking about Johnny. Johnny, if I ever became president, I want you to be the beep beep guy.
I don't need to be nowhere near decision making. In fact, what'd you say?
Just sit there, beep beep guy.
I could. Me and Mitch McConnell, I'd go to jail first day.
Oh,
like the rioters be walking through the halls looking for him.
I'd be the person that, like, I see him walking down the hall and, oops, look, I kind of stuck my foot where you were standing or where you were about to walk.
You fell again. Where's the lane? Somewhere not giving a crap. That's where she is.
He's definitely got the tower on him on this. It's like, I think it's to do with his legal fees, and they're investigating that because they're corrupt. And this is going to cause a huge burden on Trump. They're going to look everything over and figure out, because he's partying and using the money for whatever he wanted while he was in the White House. There's just a major investigation on this, and he's trapped in this.
I get he is here. There's the King of Cups and Queen of Cups. Because what I asked was, what is it about his money that you're trying to tell me from the last reading? There is King of Cups, Queen of Cups. There might be something around medical financing as well. There's also a woman he was in business with. They have split, though. This was more than likely, well, I don't know. It could be a Mercer because she stopped supporting him or something. But there's a split between him and a woman that's also drawing eyes, financially speaking. There's children here. This might be his kids are leaving an organization. So I don't know if Trump org is going to be split up. I don't know if they're going to be just investigated. I don't know, but there's a bunch of split stuff happening here. Like the King of Cups, Queen of Cups is split. The Six of Cups and the Eight of Cups, there's a split. The Tower is here. There's illumination after the Tower. So the Tower is a revelation on its own, but it's like it burst open. You see everything, and then there's a gigantic change here with the Death card too. So something extremely big is about to happen within his finances, but it's an uncovering. So it's not just a New York Times report. They get his taxes, blah, blah, blah. No, this is like, oh, we just, broke open Pandora's box here. There will be a lot of talk about his fortunes and how it was made with the Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Pentacles. So there's going to be an exposure of his finances. And then there's a bunch of splits. That's what I get.
What a schmuck. Well, here's a question. A lot of people, I guess Chuck Schumer has been receiving some criticism for the way he's been taking a pillow to a knife fight with Mitch McConnell. Will Chuck Schumer remain the Senate leader? Because you would think he's been dealing with you for how long now? 30-something years since Mitch McConnell, and you still can't figure out that you cannot trust that man. I
want to see what went on behind the scenes, because they won the vote to have witnesses, and all they had to do, sure, go ahead and go on break, but when you come back, the
lady, the black lady, she said she didn't push for the witnesses because they didn't need them, that they had enough information. All they needed was senators with spines. They didn't need witnesses.
And they all said it. Even Jamie Raskin said it. He's like, we could have brought in every witness, as they had already made up their minds to not convict. It didn't matter what they brought. They had already made up their minds.
They were threatening to hold up confirmation hearings too for Biden's team, but
well, you already put the president, make everybody acting and drag
acting.
Out the
That's right.
This is what I'm saying. You don't want me for president, because I'd be knocking balls.
That's what they need.
They don't. When they confirm somebody, do they have to have a super majority or just a majority to confirm them?
I think just a majority, because that's how Trump was able to get in all his weasels.
Yeah, and his Supreme Court too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they don't really need them for confirming anybody. They can just tell them, screw you, we're not even going to have hearings. Let's do the vote.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I get, yes, but he remains majority leader. It's like there's a lot of fighting and arguing, but then there's peace that's made and he sticks around. So I can't.
I don't get that he goes. I get that, the Republican Party gets blown up even more and put in defense mode because of gifts of money that have been done in secret, and that they covered up for because of Trump, possibly even from Russia. So I'm not getting anything on Schumer because I'm getting the stuff about investigations and corruption and lies. So I don't see Schumer going or anything. I'm seeing all this crap coming out on the Republicans.
That's what I got. I even polled twice, but because I'm like, I want the answer to the first question, but no.
Yeah.
Now, if I can say he sits on his power with the 4 swords and magician, then okay. But everything else was like 5 of pentacles, 10 of swords, 10 of pentacles. That's, Republicans are going down somehow.
Here's a question. Yeah, we'll see. Oh, thank you, Adrian. Thank you so much. Happy Valentine's Day. Here's a question.
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. Why was Trump fixated on changing the votes in Georgia?
Yeah, why
Georgia alone wouldn't have won him the election. Like, why was he so fixated on Georgia, specifically Georgia?
His puppet told him. Lindsey Graham.
I feel like if he could get one state that he could show some kind of fraud in or something, then it would give him leverage in the other states that he wanted to go back to. Why Georgia?
I get that it was supposed to be a sure thing. Now, mind you, there are places like Arizona and other places that were supposed to be a sure thing, and yet he got the 2 of swords. He was blocked from that.
Mm-hmm.
The 6 of cups and the 8 of swords, there was some powerlessness, and the 6 of swords is immaturity, something that's not fully grown. So he did not reach potential in a lot of places. The 4 of pentacles, places he was supposed to have under wraps, with the page of swords, says it was bad news or negative news, delayed news. All of these, now mind you, the I only pulled 6, but I can almost guarantee you that I could have pulled a 7 of swords somewhere in here. A lot of these places, they had their cheating down the way it was supposed to go, and that didn't happen. And they're not, wait, I thought we cheated. Didn't we cheat there? Then why are we not winning? And so I think that was a big thing too. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
But I think that
I got it.
Yeah, I think that was a big thing about it.
I think too, like it was who was in power in Georgia, Brian Kemp, because he messed around with the election against Stacey Abrams. They thought they could go undercover there. The challenge, was to cheat. That was the challenge. They something got stuck, something changed. They didn't. Something fell apart in their plan, and the cheating wasn't done. And the bullying, he thought he could come in and bully to force them to cheat after the fact. But with all the, thank you, Rhonda, with all the mail-in votes, it was already a done deal. It was already complete. There was nothing he could do, but he went in there trying to corrupt them with bribes, because he's a loser.
I get cross ring and storks because he knows that they cheated, like Johnny said, but the rules that are there to make it very difficult to get so that people can vote. They made people suffer. They made people stand in line for hours, 7, 8, 9 hours just to vote. They closed down voting places. So they made it very difficult, painful, and burdensome. And people were still committed, and they still overcame the problem. That's what I'm getting in my read. Like, this should have been
Thank you, Georgia.
We put everything in place, and they still won. Yeah, thank you, Georgia.
Thank you, Georgia.
Okay, 7 hours, we're getting your orange ass out of here. That's right.
And it was all over Georgia. They took a bunch of polling locations and shut them all down.
Yeah.
To make people suffer. Like, if you're going to have to sit your ass out there all day for 8 hours a day, mind you, most companies do not give you a whole day off to go vote. They only give you a few hours. So people are having to take off time from work to sit there. Do you see what I'm saying? And they still do it.
Or call in sick or whatever to do it.
Mm-hmm. So here's another one, a different way to word it. Will there be any criminal proceedings against him within the next 6 months?
Trump.
Mm-hmm. Bubbies, did you want to go? Did you want to go out, Bubs? Okay, come on. Good boy, Bubbies. Oh, stretch. Okay, bye-bye. Now he's banging on the door again. He's like, I want out, Mommy. No, I want back in.
He thought you was going with him.
That's probably. What do you mean you're not coming?
You just tricked me. It's interesting. I still keep getting these couples, as in he's bringing people with him.
Is he bringing people with him, or is he bringing people down with him?
Down with him.
Down with him.
Well, I mean, if you go with him, you are going down because, that's how Medusa works. The 8 of Wands, 7 of Cups is here. So there will be a lot of lies, which is like saying when you walk outside, there's air. So it's going to be a lot of that. Because there's going to be a lot going at him or coming at him. This is interesting on this 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands is not all going in the same direction. So we're going to have him going out with his lies, and then there's going to be attacks coming in. So he's going to be in maybe 10 court cases.
That's music to my ears.
I don't know if it's 6 months, but I get there's a lot. Like, it's compounding. Remember, he's a private citizen.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's just a fool instead of president fool. So I think that if you can get some Dems to put their britches on, then yeah, you're going to have at least 5 to 10 cases coming up soon.
Thank you, Roland, J-Ro, and Laura.
Thank you.
My comments ain't even on.
I've got commitment on the bottom. Like, there are people committed to prosecuting his ass. They are like, we're committed to this. I get there's something new this month starting that's going to make him very emotional starting this month. Then there's a big change in March. I'm getting, thank you, Pam. I'm getting like 4 more in April. Something is coming up with Russia in May. Something is coming up with COVID in June. And all of these are going to be successful. They're going to be slow moving, but successful. September, there's something with a foreign leader. October, something within the government that he did. November, I'm getting something with immigration. So, yeah, he's going to be like, okay, what courtroom am I in now? Okay, which state am I in now? You know, like.
I have a follow-up question, too, for this.
I get most definitely yes, and it is financial in nature. What's your follow-up question, Johnny?
The majority of his cases, or I don't know, are the majority of the charges or cases or lawsuits against him going to be because of his presidency or his personal life? Like his personal dealings or the stuff he did while he was president? Like, is that the majority of his cases going to come from his personal life or his presidential life.
A personal life before he was president or
Yeah.
during his tenure as president.
Because he got to meet all new people once he became president, and then start, group stealing and so forth and so forth.
I get both.
I get there's three main ones that happened while he was in the White House, something he lied about while he was in power, that gets investigated. And it looks like, Nancy's team investigates as well as I feel like the FBI. And there's something that involves donors while he was in the White House also. His quid pro quo. But I get there's three things that burden the crap out of him that were while he was in office.
Yeah, there's something, it didn't really answer the question per se. It's telling me something that happened while he was in office, but it's not telling me more is going to come from office or blah, blah, blah. But I get the tower it's something right now is in the works. Something's about to break. And I almost hate saying that.
You
say that and my full card falls out.
I almost hate saying it because anyway, something big is about to break. The tower and the high priestess go together. They were first two cards. Something big and gigantic that was kept secret, or it wasn't necessarily secret. It's just everybody didn't know about it. So that's about to break open. Something that he did while in office with the Hierophant and the 10 of Wands. I think it has something to do also with health, and not necessarily just COVID, but it's some sort of manipulation in hospitals. It may be even like border camp stuff, but it's something in health that's about to break open. There may also be something about that hydroxychloroquine stuff that he was trying to push, and something else that he was trying to push. Because I get the 10 of Pentacles here, but 10 of Pentacles is not usually a medicine card for me, but all I could focus on was the little tablets. And so there's something coming with that too. There's also coming, this riot thing has not gone away either with the 5 of Wands and the Judgment. So believe it or not, even though they acquitted him, this is still going to be very prevalent to something because it started when he was in office. And so there may be some conversations that was had. There may be some people who are arrested who rat him out, or whatever the case may be. But your word of warning is judgment, and your fear is temperance. So somebody is talking, and it may indicate you for something else connected to the riot, like you hiring people, or you having Bar hire people and pay him back, or whatever the case may be, because everybody there was not rioting. So there might be some stuff coming about that too, but that's later on. But I feel this medicine thing is coming.
Yeah, the people in tactical gear. Hey, bubbies.
Hey, hi. He's over here staring at the wall again. So I get anchor, heart, ring, house, stars. They're linked. His lifestyle here with the anchor, the sort of lifestyle that he has prior to him going into the White House, still linked. Like he couldn't separate one from the other. Do you see what I'm saying? It became part of a continuation of his lifestyle. So perhaps the habits in his lifestyle that he had before and the way of operating kind of worked into his office of the presidency, because it's linked to his properties, it's linked to the family business, it's linked to his celebrity. You see what I'm saying? And there's contracts and agreements. There's a link. It's a continuation of what he did before. So I get it's sort of both, kind of, you know.
Thank you, Carrie.
Thank you. So here's another question. Did GOP senators have a secret agreement with 45 to acquit?
Right. Prior to the trial even starting, probably.
Would make sense.
Except we had 7 brave ones that went against that agreement.
Why was Mitch one of them?
See, there he is again. Do you want to go out again? Are you confused?
Bubbies, Lucy boy.
Do you see him over there staring at the wall again? Like you want to go out? You don't know what you want to do, Bubs. There he's over here.
Lucy. To me, like Kevin McCarthy just sticks in my head, like calling and yelling at him, call your dogs off, call your protesters off, and then goes down and plays a round of golf with him. It's just insane. Tried to have you killed.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But no, I get the ones. There's your communication. 2 of Pentacles, trying to throw something off balance, which would be your little case. The 4 of Swords and the 10 of Pentacles, you are to rest on the side of the Republicans. Here's what anyway. Yes, that's the answer. I can't. I really super can't right now. Yes, they had me.
Thank you, Cha-Cha. Yeah, this went full circle. He was definitely sharing information with some in the government. And getting their support here, so this was a corrupt action, and telling them, to hold their power. This was premeditated, so they went into the trial already had the votes secure to acquit. And then they just tried to burden the whole trial and everything as much as they could, and then blocked and bullied.
I get that. They negotiated it. There was a negotiations pre-moon, and it ends with birds. There was meetings. They negotiated this thing. Also, quite possibly phone calls too. Like they knew everything. They knew it all. But they were like, this is what we're gonna do. Yeah, cool. Yep, they negotiated. Interesting. So here's another one. Since, they failed to kill Frankenstein and now are kicking the ball to the courts, hoping that the courts are going to convict Trump. Mind you, like Johnny would say, that McConnell stacked with a bunch of unqualified judges to take care of their problem. Is 45 going to run again in 2024?
I am pretty sure that they don't want him being the face of their party anymore, but then again,
I think Mitch doesn't want him, but he's not going to be the bad guy to get rid of him. And because you can have he could run from jail, he could run from prison. There's nothing in the Constitution blocking him from being the first president in prison.
Yep. And how many idiots would vote? How many idiots would vote for him to be president from prison if he were to be in prison?
1 million.
Mm-hmm. That many, Johnny. That many.
He could pardon himself and get out.
I mean, he's literally incompetent, and they voted for him anyway. He did nothing for you for 4 years, and you voted for him anyway. It is proven his wall fund was a scheme to get your money, and you voted for him anyway. He's going to flirt with the idea. Got the Nine of Cups and the Ace of Cups. The devil, however, is crossed by the justice, so I think he may be preoccupied at the time. But yeah, his kids are also going to flirt with the idea too, with the Six of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Four of Wands. They do have political aspirations. Not really. They just want their name in lights, which I think one of the interesting things about this Donald Trump saga is that nobody in his orbit is paying attention to anybody else in his orbit. You see this one drop like a fly, and then you stay there. You see that one drop. The Papadopoulos went to jail. Manafort went to jail. Michael Flynn was nearly in jail. Like, doesn't that say, okay, go this way instead of that way? Do this and not that. No, let me go and try to gain attention just like my father did and mess up his entire life in the process.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess you can't teach an old dog new tricks. So they're all going to try to run, but I think it's more along the lines of cosmetic. So it's not to be taken seriously.
Yeah, I get he's working hard at it right now, but the challenge is to give birth to it. Like he can't initiate it. There's issues with steady money, and by the time 2024 rolls around, his
Jenny, you froze.
Money news that's out, and
Jenny, can you please repeat that? You froze for a few seconds there. We lost you at the tower when you were with the tower.
By the time 2024 rolls around, he's already had his tower moment, and there's money news out about him. Trying to find cooperation. He can't. It's like he's looking for his lawyer still. Thank you, Robin. He's looking for his lawyer. He doesn't see clearly, and he's blocked. And then I get, surprise, Biden.
Yeah, what is that? What were we saying last time? A surprise, a lawyer from Groupon?
Yeah. Thank you, Renee.
Thank you, Renee. I asked if you'll work for President Bear Woman House. This could be saying two things. A woman in his family, a powerful, a very wealthy woman in the family. So like Ivanka, good luck. Or it could also be saying there's going to be a female president. I pulled a clarifier, clouds, no. So no for Stinky, but there may be a female president.
I wonder if he'll even survive all of this.
I would love to see him try to debate Kamala Harris. This idiot can't talk himself out of a wet.
I mean, Prince got a fly on his head. What the hell would land on Trump?
That's what I was thinking.
Debater. Prince just a little fly. What the hell would land on Trump's head karmically?
The Zika virus mosquito. That's what it would be.
It would be something like King Kong lands on his head. Yeah. Something big.
Oh, that would be great. That would be great.
It wouldn't be a fly on Trump. It'd be a Trump on a fly. That's what.
A Trump.
Like that fly got a Trump on it.
You call it like Prince, like, dude, I'm sorry I tried to have you killed, but can I borrow your fly? Like,
what a lovely accessory.
Oh Lord. So here's a question. Donald Trump's wall has been halted. You know, that billions of dollars he stole from the Pentagon and FEMA and everywhere else to build 4 miles of wall at 20 times the price.
Yeah. With people coming across the border to help build it.
Yeah.
Because America first.
Yeah. Are they going to permanently stop that wall, the Trump wall?
They're having fun with the idea of Kamala debating Trump and chat.
Or a woman house, so it could be saying a financial woman in the family. So Ivanka Trump may have delusions of grandeur to try to run in 2024, which I would love to see that stank try to go up against Kamala Harris. That would be entertaining too. But it shows a powerful woman in the house.
It's like Porky.
An eagle with dysentery on Trump's head.
Oh God. Remember when there was that one video of him and they had the eagle on his desk and he was trying to talk it and the eagle was like attacking him? I'm like, yes. Even Mother Nature doesn't like him.
At all.
Mm-mm.
So I got stuck in the card. What was the question?
They're going to continue building the wall.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
because they had stalled it.
There's a person within an agency like a Pentagon or wherever that the money is supposed to be going or coming from that is trying to keep it going, trying to keep the wall going. So he's got an insider. But no, they're going to be powerless on that. The Ace of Cups and the Moon. He does have a spy in the camp. There's somebody there with Trumpian agenda. But the Three of Pentacles, there will be no work being done because you will be saving that money. Four of Pentacles. And that's going to be the halting thing, is when they keep the money from flowing, because if you're not going to pay the contractors, they're not going to show up. So there's going to be some binding of the finances.
Yeah, I get they move on from it. It's like, it's too big a money and there's a lot of holes in the wall. It's like you can see through it. It's too hard to work. But I get that there's another plan that they launch that is more palatable to the area, like not as obtrusive and stuff. So I keep getting like Biden supporters come up with something new and a new inspiration, and everybody loves the idea. So they manifest something different. And they're still looking at an abundance of legal cases on the kids.
I get yes that it will be permanently stopped because based on I got storks. Based on the comment that was left on my page, it said that they had halted it. They wanted to know if it would be stopped permanently. I get a yes.
I guess they come up with some other idea, like some kind of technology thing. Like, they had drones. Obama put drones down there and stuff, or something else technology-wise.
Didn't Trump and them fight to take eminent domain over parts of areas? So you're taking people's properties away.
Yeah, and some of it was Indian reservations.
Indian reservations and also protected lands because of the migration of certain animals and the flows of rivers and stuff. And he's like, I don't care. I want my vanity wall.
Yeah.
Freaking jerk. Okay, I'm going to sit this one out, but I'm going to let you guys read on it because I read on this yesterday. Merrick Garland, will he be appointed as acting AG until he is confirmed?
He did say he has some investments that he is going to sell off once he's confirmed.
Oh, now we're worried about investments? Are we really? Oh my gosh, you can't have investments when you're sitting.
Yeah. Well, Merrick, being responsible, is going to sell his he's going to be clean and not having
to make a stink of any of that crap, considering the last 4 years of open, blatant corruption everywhere.
Yeah.
And mind you, violations to both foreign and domestic emoluments clauses of the Constitution by your president. So I don't want to hear it.
Yes, because he should be confirmed here by the star. There is something trying to stand in the way here by the Nine of Wands, but there is strength and the Emperor and the Ace of Wands, which means that there's going to be like a forcing of this situation, or forcing him through, or forcing him in, or something of that nature. So he'll be there. Knight of Pentacles. He's got work to do.
Well, I get he'll be there, but I don't think he's going to be acting. I think he's going to stay on his judge's seat. He's going to, because the challenge is to not give up that judge's seat till he's confirmed. So I get completion, like once they've completed the, confirmation hearings through the investigations, being asked all the questions, that's the timing of when, once he's confirmed, that's when he'll move into the AG position. And I think he's talked to Biden about this, like they know, don't give up that judge's seat till you're confirmed. But he does get it. It's going to take a little while, but I get he retires from that judge's seat, and takes the AG job. He gets the job.
I get that it's a little ways off for Merrick Garland, but
yeah, it's going to drag out. Why is that position, like the others, some of the others they've done quickly? Why are Republicans blocking that position? Why are they slow walking that one?
Why are Republicans stalling appointing Merrick Garland?
Is it because they've all done so many illegal things that they don't want an AG in there?
Jesus Christ. Thank you, Sunflower. Thank you so very much. You are so kind. Thank you. I get, if I may, that they do not want to install him, that they're delaying. I got snake, scythe, whip, ring, stars. Because there would be a commitment to start having hearings into meetings and negotiations about what? The violence that took place, the betrayal, and then the violent attack with weapons from people that were committed there or had promised, and phone calls, meetings, negotiations, hearings. So there was some sort of a verbal agreement or some sort of a promise that was made or a promise that was negotiated. And then there's this. They don't want this to be resolved. The betrayal and then the violence here. The sudden attacks that were aggressive weapons here. That's what I get. Because they don't want him looking into that. Or the DOJ. Yeah. I thought the DOJ was already looking into it.
I think they are, but they know their fortunes are going to change once he comes in. There's been lies and all the stuff with Trump, that's knocked down the size now. They're trapped with it. They're stuck right in the middle of everything. And so they've been blocking this, trying to cause a delay and juggling around with it. Here's the delay. They're going to continue the delay in the near future here. They're just being sneaky because they're out in the cold from the power and they don't want to accept him. They've talked about this in secret. They're sore losers. They're going to have to get over it because he gets it.
What do you got, John?
I get they are trying to push him out, 5 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, because he is not one of them. He is not being paid by Republican donors, so he is not part of the team. The Ace of Cups and the Justice, he's too fresh, too new for the Justice Department. Not as in he hasn't done it before, as in he's not one of us. 10 of Pentacles is how this ends. So the Republicans want him on their side with the 2 of Cups and the 3 of Cups, but he is not part of their community because he gets the 4 of Swords. So he's not one of them. When they walk around and smell his deeds, it doesn't smell like Republican.
It doesn't smell like open, blatant FU corruption, so you can't be part of our group.
Thank you, Valerie.
Thank you, Valerie. So here's another one. Representative Carol Maloney, who is the chair of the House Oversight Committee, has pledged to investigate the financial sources behind the insurrection on January 6th. What is she going to find?
She's going to dig up like Clarence Thomas's wife, Jenny, and all the other people that donated funds. Cards are flying out everywhere.
Well, she's going to find the bullies. So she's going to get more people that I guess the FBI is currently looking for, but there might be other avenues for her for whatever reason. Maybe she follows the money and she runs into some of the people who were hired to be there. The Fool and the Queen of Pentacles, this is also going to maybe even birth some bills of some sort. I don't know exactly what kind, but I get my America card here in the Fool, like there's going to be some sort of legislation that comes out of this for some reason. 2 of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles and 2 of Pentacles. She is going to have a very difficult time, though. I'm trying to find information. The word of warning is the Lover's card. There's very little cooperation from the people you are trying to investigate. Broken record, I know, but all roads lead to a foreign leader here. So this may be some of your problem, is that you cannot talk to certain people because they're not here. But she is going to find people. I don't see any money, though. But I guess I will assume she'll follow the money. But I just keep getting people. She's going to find a bunch of people here.
I got all the money cards. You get the people she's finding. I'll show you the money. Because there's going to be a big change that comes out of this investigation. A huge change. So like Johnny said, maybe new legislation or something. Because she's charging in, there are business people that are involved in this that donated to the supporters. The challenge is the supporters. So that were given the money. So the ones that are locked up, like she's got to get like the FBI involved and stuff and get the information of what they're finding out from the ones they've arrested. There is big money behind this and there are Republicans behind this. And she is going to work diligently on this with all the details. Every I is going to be dotted, every T crossed in this. There was steady money going into this. This investigation is going to broaden out into another investigation. And there's corporate money and donor money involved in this. She's going to put out a huge report on this, but it's going to branch out. It's going to have tentacles and it's going to go out into some other things. There will be actions taken from this that end up in court. But this takes a while. This takes a little while to end up in court. So not only are they going to do things in Congress, some of this stuff ends up going to court with more lawsuits.
I asked, what is she going to find? She's going to find the multiple avenues of where all this stuff was being stored up passionately because of people lying about the election. So it's not really showing me a source like a person or an organization or a social media group online. It's just telling me that she is going to find a lot of very heated, passionate, pissed off, angry people that were lying about the election. Not that believed the lies, but ones that were lying. So those that were stirring the pot.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. So that's what I get. But it didn't give me people or organizations.
So you get the organizations, I get the money, Johnny gets the people.
Will filibusters in the Senate be removed this year?
I get no.
So did I.
I heard they're going to filibuster it. What's that?
I gotta know. I'm not coughing. It's like, hell no. No. I gotta know.
I get the 10 of wands. I just don't get Republicans at all. I don't.
The party personal responsibility and limited government doesn't want to take personal responsibility and doesn't want government and doesn't want you to vote.
I get something changes and kind of goes back to the way it used to be, like before the filibuster, and that there's like a new bill about it. Like there is a change on it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like a slight change. So I don't know what that's about, but there's a change to it. And it's kind of like based on whoever's in power, you know, they can sneak around and change stuff with it. So like whatever change happens with it will probably be temporary till whenever Republicans have the power again.
Hopefully not for another 20, 30 years.
It shouldn't be ever the way they behave, but you know,
exactly. They just showed their ass for the whole universe to see. You should never have another Republican president for the next 800 generations.
I mean, based on Bush, we shouldn't have had one now, but Trump cheated, so that was a little different.
Yeah. So here's a good one. Will Congress pass the John Lewis Voting Rights Act before 2022?
We got all these states passing all these things to make it harder to vote already.
Yep.
The down ballot is as important as who's representing your state in DC.
They're like, we can't win, you know, on our own merits, so let's just not let people vote. You know, yeah. So will Congress pass the John Lewis Voting Rights Act before the elections in 2022?
I think it had already passed the House. It's one of those things I think that's sitting on Mitch's desk.
Well, he ain't there no more. Move over, bitch. Move over.
Yeah, the way.
Get out the way. Move, bitch. Get out the way.
There is hope I've got on the bottom. There'll be a new initiative started with it. They changed something in the structure of it, but it has an abundance of support. But they changed something, like it gets altered a little bit. That delays it a little bit because they're like kind of breaking it up in pieces.
probably a dirty bill by the time Republicans are done with it.
Mm-hmm.
They're cutting stuff from it. There's something in it about voting that they talk about, they discuss it. They're cutting something from it. And I think it has to do with if there's something in it about donors. And then I get that it gets passed.
What did you get, Johnny?
I get the leaders are preoccupied with something. And if you can get them to focus on it, then yes. I get the the Emperor and the Moon. But then I get the Ten of Swords. So there's a no. But if you can get this on the same page, then we got a yes. But as of right now, no.
I get that they're worried and there's a lot of confusion. There may be something that's shorted or taken out that causes problems, but there's one person here in particular that is very loyal to the cause. And then there's a woman that comes in and makes it important. So I don't know if this would be like Kamala Harris coming in to break the tie.
Yeah.
She's done it once already.
Huh?
So she's done it once already.
On what? What did she do it on?
Oh, I forget. But I seen in the headline she cast a deciding vote on something.
Okay.
I had to look at it.
Let's see here. Will Congress take any additional action against 45?
Strike his name from the history books.
Actually, no, leave it there. So that generations
Just take his
to come,
name out. Put something else in there. You take his name out.
so generations to come will remember that that's what happened.
Oh, Andrew Jackson. Yeah.
And there's so many wonderful pictures of him, that I hope those are in the school books,
Put the baby balloon picture in there. That's who he is, an oversized orange man in a diaper.
Thank you, Carolyn.
Orange balding man in a diaper. Diaper Dawn. I get no. I get a no. The successful growth is missing. No. Or unless it could also be saying something significant here in regards to health and infections and people being ill. But how they can hold them accountable.
I get their urge to move on.
Mm-hmm.
I got the Three of Wands and the Temperance and the Two of Cups, and then my Nancy Pelosi with the Queen of Wands. That their urge to do other things, at least not on the riot stuff, I guess. The Page of Swords is here, and the Hangman is my first two cards, so it's like both of these are delays. So it's like just stop and go on to something else, or at least stick a pin in this, and then let's do this other thing. Because I think something is about to be revealed, and they're going to have priorities that need some prioritizing. But yeah, there's Three of Swords and the Empress. Got to move on to something else.
I get the leaders in Congress are talking about, Trump and everything and what they should do, but they're waiting on it. And yeah, I've got death card on the bottom, like change. They're going to focus here in the near future on Biden's agenda and trying to bring all those votes in and hanging on to everything that Biden wanted to do. I don't see him taking another action.
Okay, so here's a question I would like to see if you guys could read on for me. I'm going to sit this one out too. So the day on Saturday, yesterday, when the Senate voted to acquit in the kangaroo trial of Donald Trump, Nancy Pelosi came out and made a speech with the House managers, and she kind of laid into McConnell a bit, and then made a statement because a reporter had asked her if she was going to censure some of the House Republicans for kind of helping with the big lie. And she said something about, we don't censure. You censure for writing something on a piece of paper. For what they did, we're not going to give them a slap on the hand. Is she planning to take disciplinary actions against members of the House that kind of, what's the word I'm looking for, Johnny? Not participated, but help to elevate
expanding the big lie.
They were okay with what happened.
Mm-hmm. And if he does take action, what will it be?
They were complicit.
There you go.
It sounds like she might want to, from that kind of comment, it sounded like she might want to impeach them or have them removed, because a censor is just a slap on the wrist.
That's what she said. She said, we don't give slaps on the wrist. Then we give slaps on the wrist for using the wrong stationery.
Yeah.
So, and I'm asking you guys to read because I read on it yesterday and I'd be interested to see what you guys got.
But again, I think that she is personally offended because,
How could you not be, dude?
was sitting at her desk with the feet up and they were looking for you technically.
And talking about putting a bullet in her head for entertainment purposes only.
She's personally pissed off.
I would be too.
Well, there she is. There is some. Yeah, everything says yes. She wants to follow through with some disciplinary actions. Knight of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. There's the people who will work there. She would like them to be gone completely. So I don't know if she's going to try to make somebody's life harder. I don't know if she can do that. But whatever it is that she is trying to do, here at the Knight of Wands, she has a lot of plans in action in order to. I always get the energy of nitpicking to where she really is trying to make somebody's life hard. Like, you need to go through the metal detectors and you need to do this and anyway. So yes, and she is definitely going to be victorious with this, but she is also aiming at House members. This is not their staff. This is them personally. Here with the devil too, especially the ones who were complicit in the actions that took place. Especially, what is it, the 197 people that voted to not impeach him or whatever it was on the other side. So yeah, she's got a whole bunch of stuff that she's got and it's going to hurt. So nasty Aries woman, where is your shirt? She need to get one.
Yeah.
What did you get?
I get right now she's going to keep a lid on her emotions just a little bit because she's going to focus, because there's a little fighting going on over Biden's stimulus package. And she's going to wait till they clear that before she goes into action. And then it's like anybody that was sharing stuff with Trump, she's going to try to put him completely out in the cold. Anybody that was coordinating with the White House, there's going to be some sort of equivalent of a legal action. Like, yes, but it's going to take just a little while because she wants to get that stimulus bill done first.
Okay. All right.
What'd you get, Becca?
I read on it yesterday and I got that she would take action. Did you guys see what action she would take. Is she going out to find them? Because she's already been fining them for them not wanting to walk through metal detectors.
I mean,
It's
Joe
like
Biden.
you want our children to go through metal detectors so that when they go to school, they can have some sort of a feeling of some sort of safety that somebody's not going to walk in there and blow them all up, which happens anyways. And then you guys can't even do that in your
Joe
own
Biden put a mandate that you have to wear a mask in a federal office building. And there's Rand Paul running around all through the trial with no mask on.
Yep.
Where's the fines?
Yep.
That's my thing. You have to follow through.
Yep.
It's not enough of this chicken hawking. Follow through.
Yep.
If he is doing something that is against the rules and it deserves a fine him.
That's right.
Or
don't allow him in the building.
This is what I don't understand about Republicans, though. At this point, it's like they are that one. What do you call it?
Defiant.
Malcriado. That means like a badly raised child that would sit and break everything in your house. Defiant for the sake of just being defiant. Logic has gone out the goddamn window. Like there is a raging pandemic that has killed 500,000, 500,000 people already. And you're just like, oh, fuck you. Huh?
In this country, not even world, this one country.
And you got older people on both sides of the aisle in Congress, and you're walking around there without wearing a mask.
Supposed to be a doctor.
Yep. Yep. And then you got, they think they're invisible. And what's that guy? The 999 Herman Cain, week later was dead.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't understand. It's like common sense was Control Alt Delete, gone. There's no, it's not there.
And like Josh Hawley with his feet on the desk, like why didn't somebody say anything?
Yeah. I don't get it. It's defiant for the sake of being defiant because it doesn't do
anything. You might
anything.
as well have had the shaman guy standing on his desk. It was just that disgraceful.
Nobody says nothing.
No professionalism.
I mean, let a Democrat do it, and then it's going to be all over Fox News. But
oh my God, Obama wore a tan suit. How get the fuck out of here, man. Pardon the point, people, but at this point, it's just like it don't make sense.
I think she gives them the opportunity to resign. Is how it's kind of being shown to me before she embarrasses the crap out of them. Because she's going to put them in defense mode. So, there's a money trail. Again, this is going to take a little while. There's a money trail to the supporters. There's vehicles, like the buses and stuff. There are those who gave them guided tours around the building and all of that. She's like looking at all of it. And the ones that had direct contact with Trump and the rioters, because there are some of those that had agreements with the rioters. But I get that she's like going to give that, she's going to make them so anxious and put them in such defense mode that she's going to give them an opportunity to like, okay, you go away on your own or we'll get rid of you. So I do feel like she'll take some kind of action if they don't resign on their own, but she's going to have the evidence of what they did.
I almost wonder, she's going for the nitpicky, the fines and stuff first, I think, with the 3 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. She's trying to do something small scale in how she would like them gone, now mind you. But I almost wonder if she's also maybe going for a donor or two. Like she is targeting their donors, because there is a persuasive argument that you do not want your party to be quackernon.
Mm-hmm.
Quackernon is not good for ad money. It's not good for rallies. It's not good for this. It's not good for longevity because it's a conspiracy theory. It'll be in time something that's proving incorrect. So your party should outlast it. So if you want your party to mean anything, then you need to quit donating to this person. Donate to XYZ because she knows everybody. And so I'm pretty sure she can push some other rational Republican in place, but I almost wonder if she's going after their donors too. Whatever she's doing, she's trying to go after their celebrities. So she's trying to take them down a peg.
So they don't get the attention.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So let's leave it on one final question, then we'll get into our petty stuff to kind of like, laugh a little bit. Will there be any new laws passed to address the situation we currently have with white people thinking that it's okay to hurt other people that don't look like them because black power? And I'm trying to not say the word, Johnny, because I know how much you hate the word.
No, I don't hate it. I just don't understand the concept of how you're supreme because your skin's pale.
No, the concept, the word I was talking about that you say that you hate is domestic terrorism.
Oh yeah, I don't like that.
I was trying to not use that word, so I'm like the white people, so will there be
and only because the brown people with the turbans, they get called terrorists instead of foreign terrorists.
Johnny,
they're called domestic terrorists.
Johnny, my dear, it took them a few months to declare Black Lives Matter a terrorist organization?
Yeah, they're terrorists too.
When they did nothing, but you got white folk running around the country, blowing stuff up, leaving bombs all over the place, trying to overthrow the government. No. Nope. Can't do anything about them. Let the white folks be the white folks.
So the question is, will there be a law to try to reduce down the
or
terrorist?
how they're going to deal with domestic terrorism, because the laws that we have right now only apply to terrorists that come here, like 9/11. And there's this whole debate that they don't want to use those laws against our own citizenry because I guess those are more harsh, So
instead of charging them with domestic terrorism, you just charge them with murder or manslaughter or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
As opposed to treason, which is what they should be charged with right now for January 6th. Purely for entertainment purposes, only you two.
Again, yes, but it's not in this administration because it is something that needs to be worked on and worked throughout time. I get the 8 of Swords and the 4 of Pentacles, so this may happen if all goes according to political plan, this might be towards the end of Kamala's second term. So maybe like in year 6 and 7, this is something that might be addressed. And unfortunately, it might be addressed because it probably keeps coming up. Probably why. The Sun and the Hierophant. So there's a yes, and it will happen in the government. But like I said, this may be happening a good 7 years from now. But
yeah, because the Republicans aren't going to want you to do anything about their base. Because let's just be honest, let's just call, a spade a spade. That is your base.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
I get victory on that, and that something will change with this. But I'm like Johnny. I'm getting under a different leader, not under Biden. I do feel like right now they're kind of blocked from it, and they're hanging on to the way it is right now. But they're going to look at it practically, and they've got a new inspiration, a new idea later under a different leader that shines a light on how we can do this. And I get a big old yes on this. But, some of it is inspired by Trump and his donors. So also looking at the funding behind it.
Yeah, I just pulled one. I got the moon. That's a yes. So off to the fun questions now. It is Valentine's Day, and we thought we would just end with some lovey-dovey stuff. So Jenny, what did we want to look at?
Well, first I want to look at, it came out last week that Melania is all jealous of Dr. Jill Biden because everybody loves her. She's up so much higher in the polls, and she's on the covers of magazines and doing interviews. And she, do your Melania? Like, I don't understand why she's.
Why the fuck is that woman on every cover of every fucking magazine? Okay, look at me. I 20 surgeries to get my face like this. Okay, my teeth are up to here, my ass is popping, and that old hag is getting every cover of every magazine. I work so hard. I married ugly orange man to get celebrity, and this hooker Biden woman has the cover. That's it. I am done. I'm going back to Slovenia, and I'm leaving this crap behind. That's my Melania.
And then you add to that the fact that Biden and Jill on the lawn, like putting up conversation hearts and hugging, and they keep like kissing each other goodbye on the lawn, and very sweet as opposed to slapping away their hands. So is Melania jealous on Valentine's Day of Dr. Jill? Because, Trump the last time said, oh, I guess I should get her a card.
Why?
Didn't he say that on Fox News? Like he got her a card and like some. I'm like, what do you got?
I guess I should get her a nice card or something. Like he hadn't even picked it up yet. Like he was going to get somebody to pick it up.
Don't worry, honey. He already probably gave her herpes and syphilis and everything else. So. Horrible thing to say.
What are we going to do when we don't have an excuse to read on Melania and get Becca's?
There will never be.
Let's see. Is Melania Trump jealous of Joe Biden and Jill Biden?
Their relationship.
Yes, that's a yes. Why?
Is that because of gifts? Is that what the bouquet is? That what you got?
Yeah, beauty, happiness, joy, generosity, being kind, being admired. It's probably because of the admiration that she gets.
That's what I get. I get Ciro. Ciro is attention. This means the sun. So think of it when you think about the sun. It's the brightest thing outside. It's the center of attention. It's blinding even. So there is also Ephos. This is about teamwork and togetherness and good relationships and good marriages. And she has none of those things. So yes, everything Jill Biden is. Now, mind you, I want y'all to keep this in mind. I want you to keep it in the front and the back and on both sides. You can go and chop, snip, cut, push, tug, whatever you want to do. This woman who has had 491 surgeries just on her face is jealous of an old woman and her old husband.
Yeah,
because they have something she does not have. All of that stuff is not going to make you happy.
All the respect and everything.
All that plastic. God, can you imagine if you had to walk next to her and she like fell and poked you with something? It's like,
so I get in private. It's like, you little lying man, where's my present? Did you spend a lot of money on it? I'm going to take you to court here. I'm getting ready to charge into court because I'm going to get whatever money you've got left. And she's like bullying him, like, go out and get me something.
Yeah, I get that. What she's jealous of is that the public has a very strong, almost protective love of her, of Jill. She's loved by the public. She's admired by the public. She's respected. She's seen as a maternal, paternal type protective parent. Here, caring. Bitch, you had every chance in the world to do that, and you chose to wear a jacket that said, "I don't really care to you." So
here's your karmic return.
Thank you, Mariona.
Thank you, Mariona. Skank. So let's end on a funny question.
Something else Valentine related, or
Yes, I want to know what this one over here is thinking.
Oh, what Moosey is thinking?
For
Oh, I
Valentine's.
love these guys.
Yes,
Moosey bubbies, we're gonna read on you. I love to read on Moosey.
Lucy has no idea what's going on with life. If he wants to come in or if he wants to go out.
What's going on with the back and forth?
We're going to read your mind right now. Oh.
He wants to go outside, but he wants his family to go with him.
Oh,
He wants to, because he has a lot of pent up energy. That Urus is about being untamed and wild and free. So he wants to go outside, but he wants you to go with him.
Oh, Bubs, you weirdo.
He's in mommy mode right now.
Oh.
And it's kind of what Johnny's saying, like he's got the power in the family. He knows he's the center of attention. Thank you, Joanne. He knows he's the center of attention. He's got the power. So go get me this. Oh, I'm trapped in here. Oh, I need out of here. Oh, I'm ready to go outside. Come on, family, come with me. Oh, I'm ready to go to bed. You know, aren't you paying attention to me? I'm ready to go to bed. Like he sees a problem with something. Hang on.
It's on that wall.
Oh, yeah. He sees a problem that you don't recognize. The spirit that's on the other side.
Whatever.
And he tries to get your attention. He tries to let you know when they're there. But he has a problem with that you don't sense when the departed one's there.
Lucy, who's over there? Who's over there? Who's over there?
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you, Anna. Who's over there? Is there a bad thing in this room that he sees that I don't? Because he's always in that wall. Well, he hasn't since I got the bed because now he can't fit over.
It's not bad because he's not alerted. He's just looking.
No. He's just
someone who's recently departed that he collaborated with. So Beans is there.
Oh,
and then I also get a mail.
Oh, Biddy. Are you with Biddy? Is that who you see, Bubs? Bubs is like, I don't know what's going on with my life.
He's like, let's go play fetch with Beans.
Yeah. Oh, Bubbies, you're too cute. I love you. Happy Valentine's Day, Bubbies. Well, thank you everybody for hanging out tonight. Thank you so much for the super chats. I greatly appreciate it. I hope we were able to give everybody some laughter tonight to kind of ease us off from what happened yesterday. Next week we will be on Johnny's channel on the 18th for the charity fund. Johnny, you want to say something?
Thursday night.
We will be on there Thursday. We'll be on there Sunday too. But Thursday, Dr. Lena Rodriguez from Tarot Down Under will join us on our live stream. It'll be 2 hours like our regular Sunday thing. I will put up a post. I will try to remember. I forgot actually yesterday. I will try to remember to put up a post if you want to leave some questions. That way we'll ask. I'll also be doing a giveaway of this here one called Bianco Nero. So if you want to look it up and look into it, we'll be doing the giveaway at the end of that stream. And I will see y'all there.
And raising money for the
9 Companions for Independence.
Yeah.
It's a charity that provides service dogs for free for soldiers with PTSD.
Thank you, April.
Thank you, April. Thank you, everybody. All the super chats, all the moderators. You guys have a lovely evening, and we'll see you next time.
Happy Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's Day. Let me get Moose over